Hidden in the heart of the Amazon, there exists a world that seems to have emerged from the earliest times of the Earth. The Igapó forest, a flooded labyrinth where the jungle and the river become one. Here, water is the ground, and the trunks become solitary islands in the middle of an amber-colored ocean. The name Igapó, in the ancient Tupi language, means the forest of the roots. A name that could not be more precise. Millions of ancient roots extend toward the black water, like colossal hands of the jungle clinging to its own soul. Unlike the sediment-rich flood zones of the Amazon, the Igapó is fed by blackwater rivers like the Rio Negro. The water source brings a dark brown color. Not because of mud, but because millions of leaves have been decomposing over time. After months of decomposition, they release tannins, tinting the whole river with a dark and mysterious color like ink. Poor in nutrients, arid land, a place that would seem unfit for life. However, the Amazon has never followed a fixed logic. It is precisely in the most brutal place where the most extraordinary creatures thrive. In the middle of the labyrinth of flooded roots, a colossal shadow slides silently. A green anaconda, the silent queen of the flooded zones of the Amazon. It is the heaviest snake that still exists on the planet. An adult female usually measures 13 to 20 feet and weighs 220 to more than 440 pounds. And in the world of the anaconda, size is power. The female can be up to 5 times larger than the male, as if nature had concentrated all the strength in the individual that carries upon herself the future of the entire species. The reproductive season has arrived. At this moment, she is performing a ritual that has existed in the subconscious of the species. Every time she slides through the swamp, her body leaves invisible chemical trails, pheromone molecules light as smoke that flow silently with the current. For the males that are miles away, it is like a summons impossible to resist. Each male follows the scent approaching the same place. Not much later, one of the strangest scenes of nature appears. Dozens of males coil at the same time around a female, muscular bodies intertwined, moving slowly like a sleeping tornado. Scientists call it the mating ball, a primeval ritual. There are no violent confrontations, only endurance and perseverance. Time will decide the winner, and only the male who wins will have the opportunity to mate to transmit his genes to the next generation. Almost 7 months later, the mother anaconda returns. But this time, that colossal body is no longer looking for a mate. She is looking for safety. Among thousands of square meters of swamp, it is enough to choose the wrong place, and the entire next generation may disappear. Unlike most snakes, the anaconda does not lay eggs. She gives birth to live young. Each small individual slides out of the mother's body. Approximately 30 small lives are born. Eyes that have just opened already have to face the most brutal jungle on the planet. There are no maternal arms to protect them, nor is there any initial life lesson. The mother leaves as silent as when she appeared. In the Amazon, solitude begins from the first instant of the life of these little anacondas. A cub silently enters the dark waters. The world is much larger than her small body. Each zone of calm water can hide a danger, and just at that instant, a colossal black shadow appears. An adult female caiman. For a newly born anaconda, that rough thing that moves is no different from a walking mountain. Luckily, today that monster is not hunting. She is also being guided by an instinct even more powerful than hunger, the maternal instinct. The fall of the water has exposed elevated land zones. The ideal moment for the caiman to build the cradle of the next generation. Behind those jaws that can crush bones, and those eyes cold as stone, there still exists an instinct that surprises even the biologists. The instinct to protect the young. She gathers rotting leaves, branches, and mud in layers, patient like an ancient artisan. The nest keeps growing until almost 3 feet. But it is no coincidence that they build a nest completely different from other crocodile species. Her nest is like a biological incubator. When the leaves decompose, natural heat is generated, and the jungle itself becomes a colossal incubator. More than 2 months pass, and faint sounds begin to resonate from the interior of the layer of decomposed leaves. The mother caiman immediately begins to dig out the layer of leaves that covers the nest, each bite gently carrying all the love in the world. That is the rare touching moment of a cold-blooded killer, but the Amazon never allows infancy to last too long. From the first days, the baby caimans become the target of the entire jungle. The anaconda, the giant otter, the jaguar, even the large fish, all see in them a meal rich in energy. The giant otter is especially dangerous. They hunt as a family. They coordinate like a special unit under the water. Fast, intelligent, without ceasing to communicate and connect with one another through dozens of different sounds. If a baby caiman loses its mother, its chances of survival disappear. especially in murky water. It is enough for a drop of blood to dissolve in the current, for the silver shadows to appear immediately. Piranhas, the swimming blades of the Amazon. They are not the bloodthirsty monsters of the legends. But when the water carries the smell of blood, the whole school awakens as one. Dozens, then hundreds of bodies launch themselves. Small jaws open and close continuously fast like the gears of a mechanical machine. When a prey falls within their reach, in a short time only a bare skeleton remains. However, the piranha is completely different from what human beings usually misunderstand about it. Most of their life they dedicate to the work of keeping the river current clean. They eat carcasses, clean the water sources, ensure that the cycle of life never stops. In the Amazon, even the sharpest teeth are serving the balance of the jungle. Even so, they are still not the greatest threat to the baby caimans. And also, when the caimans have already grown more, they still face even more terrifying threats. Here exists one of those who hold the power of life and death in the jungle, the jaguar. He is not only the largest feline in America, he is also the soul of the dark zones of the Amazon tropical rainforest. Where all beings know what fear is. His mere presence is enough to make the entire jungle change the rhythm of its breathing. This female jaguar possesses a territory of nearly 14 square miles, which even includes the flooded Igapó forests. It is not only a hunting place, it is her entire kingdom. And from today, it is also the home of two small lives that have just been born. After more than 100 days of gestation, two jaguar cubs launch their first calls in the middle of the darkness of the jungle. Eyes still closed, body still very fragile. At this moment, they depend completely on the warmth and milk of the mother. During the entire first week, their world is limited to a small stone cave. But for the mother jaguar, time has never been her ally. Hunger does not know how to wait. She is forced to leave the cave to hunt. Each hunting trip leaves unforeseen dangers for her two cubs. If she returns too late, an anaconda, or even a wandering male jaguar, could make her lose the opportunity to see her beloved cubs again. And if she does not manage to hunt anything, the whole family will be tormented by hunger. In the ancient jungle, being a mother is also a battle for survival. Three months pass. The mother jaguar begins to bring pieces of fresh meat back. It is not just a meal. It is the first lesson on how to become a predator. When they reach 6 months, the door of the world finally opens. The two cubs come out of their shelter, following each step of the mother. Each step, each stalking is a lesson that no school can teach. Nature is the true teacher, and the tuition can be paid with life itself. Their childhood has never been peaceful. An anaconda large enough can wrap them and drown their breathing. An adult caiman can drag them to the bottom of the water without opportunity to return. In the Amazon, not even the children of the king have the privilege of existing if they make a mistake. Perhaps because of this, nature has made the jaguar reproduce very slowly. Usually, every 2 years, a female jaguar raises only one litter. Each jaguar cub that survives is a miracle, and it is also the reason why the conservation of this legendary feline becomes a race against time. The rainy season arrives, the dry season leaves, the rivers rise and then descend. The jungle changes its garment again and again. The anacondas that were born among the swamps of the Igapó are no longer the small trembling creatures. Their bodies have become more colossal and with more experience. Hidden under the black color of the water of the Rio Negro, they almost completely disappear. There is no one left to teach them. There is no one left to protect them, but the hunting instinct has been written in advance in each of their cells. It can remain motionless for hours, even days, like a part of the river itself, and then it explodes suddenly with a force that makes the entire surface of the water break. In another arm of the river, a young caiman that once curled under his mother's belly has also grown up now. More than 13 feet long, with jaws capable of crushing turtle shells and bones of large mammals. When night covers the whole jungle, his red eyes float over the surface of the water like two embers burning slowly. Schools of fish, capybaras, aquatic birds, all can become a meal. He has become a king, at least in the part of the territory that belongs to him. Going deeper into the flooded jungle, another king is also growing. The young jaguar, who once followed his mother clumsily, now possesses his own territory of dozens of square miles. The muscles ripple under the shining golden fur, two fangs enough to pierce the skull of prey, even of adult caimans. Unlike the anaconda and the caiman, he is not limited by the aquatic environment, nor by the jungle floor. He is the shadow that slides through both worlds. That makes the jaguar one of the few predators capable of threatening the other two remaining kings. During most of the time, the three dominators respect an invisible distance between them. Each species governs a part of the tropical jungle. None wants to pay the price of wounds in an unnecessary battle. However, the cyclical dry season returns once more to the jungle. The lakes contract, the rivers narrow, the hunting paths begin to cross. the distance between the three kings also becomes more diffuse. The jaguar is patrolling his territory as every day. Suddenly, his amber-colored eyes fix on a shadow under the murky water. A caiman. Without haste, the jaguar presses his body against the ground, each step as light as the breath of the jungle. An instant that makes all silence tear. He launches from the riverbank like a spear of muscle. Two kings clash. The advantage of speed and precision is tilted toward the jaguar. The jaguar has won right within the territory of the caiman. Not far from there, in the middle of the labyrinth of flooded roots, the eyes of the anaconda remain open, awaiting the opportunity, cold and patient, observing in silence. She does not need to fight. She also does not need to demonstrate her strength, because the Amazon always knows how to turn today's victor into tomorrow's prey. Seeing that her moment has not yet arrived, the colossal snake disappears slowly into the darkness, as if she had never existed. The battle that just occurred has stirred the whole jungle. On the other side of the swamp, a single father watches the end of the battle and moves away silently with his cubs. A bird with the strangest reproductive strategy of the tropical jungle. The Jacana. Unlike most birds, in the Jacana, the female is the dominant individual. She occupies a wide territory and can mate with several different males in a single reproductive season. After laying 3 to 4 eggs in a floating nest over the vegetation, the female leaves to keep searching for new partners. All the remaining responsibility falls on the male. They carefully incubate the eggs for about 22-28 days. When the cubs are born, the father continues caring for them, guiding them to search for food and ready to hide them under his wings every time he detects caimans, water snakes, or other predators. He can even run over large water lily leaves, carrying the cubs protected under his wings. In the world of the Jacana, the traditional roles have been completely inverted. The female reproduces with several partners, while the male becomes a dedicated single father, carrying the entire path of raising the next generation. Moving away from the swampy zone full of dangers, going up toward the highest canopy, a branch trembles softly. A three-toed sloth silently witnesses the whole battle that just happened. On her belly is her only cub. From the moment of being born, the cub clings firmly to the mother's belly with curved and strong claws and almost does not separate from the maternal body during the first months of life. During all that time, the mother sloth moves slowly between the treetops, nursing her cub, protecting her from the harpy eagle, the jaguar, and other predators. Only at 5-6 months of age does she begin to separate from the mother, but she keeps living in the family zone that the mother has chosen. With a very low reproductive rate, only 1 cub per litter and usually only 1 reproduction per year, the three-toed sloth invests almost all her resources to ensure that a single young individual has the opportunity to grow among the dangers of the Amazon jungle. Unlike the caiman or the jaguar, the sloth does not fight to protect her cub. Her behavior is invisibility, disappearing among the eyes of the predators. The rhythm of life of this species is so slow that even time itself must grow impatient before her existence. Sometimes disappearing is the smartest way to survive. From the mysterious black waters of the Igapó to the sunlight-radiant canopies, all the beings of the Amazon are telling the same story. The story of continuity. The anaconda gives birth to dozens of cubs and then lets them write their own destiny. The caiman sacrifices entire months to protect each egg. The jaguar risks life in every hunt to raise the next generation. And the sloth teaches her cub the art of disappearing in the middle of a world full of violence. Each species with a path, a philosophy of survival, but all point to the same destiny. It is to hand the fire of life to the next generation. However, nature has never been the only enemy. Floods, droughts, brutal dry seasons have always been part of the Amazon. But the human being is also a great threat to the ecosystem of this place. The jungle is cut into pieces. The centuries-old trees fall under the saw. The river is poisoned. The flooded zones gradually disappear. The cradles of life are silently vanishing. Protecting the Amazon is not only protecting a jungle, it is protecting millions of stories that are still being written every day. Generations of creatures that have not yet been born and the last primeval heartbeat of the planet. Because in the end, the greatest force of nature is not in the jaws of the jaguar. It is not in the constricting rings of the anaconda, nor is it in the bite of the caiman, but in the miraculous capacity of life to be reborn without ceasing, to adapt without ceasing, and to transmit that fire from one generation to another. A symphony of life that has resonated for millions of years. And today, it is the human being who will decide if that symphony will continue to resonate in the heart of the Amazon or not.